Slang from the United Kingdom, unsurprisingly, very different from slang here in the United States. But I'll also say that their slang, in my opinion, is a lot more fun. So we're gonna talk about the all-time weirdest British colloquialisms, which I just pronounced correctly, and I'm very proud of myself for doing so.
Nice job, Casper.
Thank you. Now, if you're wondering just how strange these phrases could possibly get, keep in mind that they're all from the same part of the world that calls streetlights lollipops. Did you know that?
I did not know that. That's already super fun.
That is fun.
Yeah, I wonder if you can see the lollipops from your garage. Okay. Or your flat.
With your aluminum roof.
Oh yeah. We're not even gonna get into the colorful curses, or at least, well,
some of them.
Some of them.
We got it. Okay, so we'll start with a kind of bizarre and then work our way up to the truly outrageous. So, did you read it? Like, did you read the article? Okay, good. That's a good thing. Because I'm gonna ask you what you think Bagsy means. What does Bagsy mean?
Okay, I knew we were gonna do this pop quiz. As someone who wears garbage bags from that fancy place that used to work with Kanye West, thinking that it's high fashion, but in reality it looks like a clown.
So you think Bagsy is a noun?
I don't know, obviously I don't know.
Bagsy is the equivalent of calling shotgun or dibs when something like the front seat of a car or food is offered up to a group. Here is an example of it being used in a sentence. Does anyone want this?
Bagsy.
Nice.
You see how quick I am? Okay. You think I'm not ready for pop quizzes? Go. What's
so
next?
We say shotgun, Americans with their gun culture, right? And they say Bagsy in the UK. All right, here's another one. Poppycock. Do you know what poppycock is?
I think poppycock is something that's not true, like BS. That's some poppycock.
Poppycock means something that is nonsense, rubbish, or simply untrue. What a load of poppycock.
Boom.
It sounds like something Joe Biden would say, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Do they have malarkey on there?
No, I didn't see malarkey. That's, yeah. All right, dawdle, D-O-D-D-L-E, dawdle.
To like fool around and waste time. He's dawdling.
No, so a dawdle is an easy task. This will be a dawdle.
I'd like to say I was close enough, but I wasn't. No, I'm incorrect. Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, this quiz is not a dawdle.
Not a dawdle.
You see how I'm using it right away. I'm practically British by now.
By the way, like imagine making a move from the United States to the UK and hearing this kind of terminology and just having I remember when I traveled to Europe with a group of people from all over the world, right? We did a month-long tour of Europe, staying in hostels and stuff. It was really fun, but there were some communication breakdowns. So double fisting means something entirely different here in the United States for all you Europeans out there who like to use that terminology or that phrase.
Okay, yeah, let's be careful.
They're very innocent. For them, double fisting means having 2 drinks, right?
Right, and of course, cigarette is a word we don't use here. The equivalent of that in the British slang. So imagine going from America to UK. Yeah, if Trump wins London, we might be headed your direction as we do TYT in exile, and that's no poppycock.
I remember I realized that there was a communication breakdown when one of the people on our tour, unfortunately a woman who was on the tour, said something along the lines of, "It was so much fun, I was double fisting all night." And I was like, "No, don't do it.
No.
Don't do it."
Okay. So
me and my best friend looked at each other like, I don't think they know what that means.
Yeah, and the British use of the C word, that's what I was referring to earlier.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
It's awesome, but we here in America, we can't ever use it. And again, on imagining being in Britain, oh my God, I would use every British slang word and I would often use them wrong and I would be unbearable and it'd be a ton of fun.
So one of the words that sounds real dirty, it's a slang word, faff. What is faff?
Oof, well, I'm not sure. It's done in the privacy of your own home. Okay, no, we have a slightly different.
Not fap, faff.
No, I don't know.
Okay, so faff or faff about is to waste time doing very little.
Well, that's very close to our faff.
Oh God. What did you do on your day off from work?
Yeah, that's very close.
We were just faffing about.
Yeah, very close. Very close. Okay.
This word's fascinating. Chinwag. Chinwag. One word.
Dad, this one I know. Snoop had a song about it.
Really? Oh, okay. A chinwag is a chat or conversation. I just say chat. I don't know why this is a slang word. But anyway, those who are having a proper chinwag, I haven't been able to get a word in edgeways for half an hour.
Huh, interesting. Yeah, there's quite a bit of chin wagging.
This show's got a lot of chin wagging.
Yeah, the story has chin wagging. We're chin wagging right now.
We certainly are. And then my personal favorite, I know you know what this word means because it was used in a story that Cenk and I covered ages ago. Wanker.
Yeah,
wanker.
No, wanker is one of my favorites. And especially after watching Ted Lasso. I almost want to go to exile. Because I want to call everybody wankers.
It's an offensive word for a very stupid or unpleasant person, usually a man, or an offensive word for a person who masturbates. Get away from me, you bloody wanker.
Yeah, but the use of it is so like colorful and fun and omnipresent.
Yes.
And that's what I enjoy about it.
In the story that we had covered, and I don't remember the details of the story at this point, but I remember the statement that was made. Someone referred to someone else as a pervy wanker.
Oh, yeah, that's a perfect
so
way of describing it, yes.
All right, there's codswallop, which is also one word. Codswallop, do you want to take a shot at it?
Yeah, when a fish wallops you up across the head.
Exactly, how did you know? No, I'm just kidding. Codswallop means something untrue, often made up for dramatic effect. Oh, what a load of codswallop.
Oh, I'm using those from now on, okay? Because those are both kind of this, not exactly the same, but poppycock and codswallop, okay?
I would take codswallop over malarkey.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember when my 10th grade English teacher, sorry, I'm gonna chinwag a little bit here, told us he would always say, like, when somebody made a faux surprising comment, he'd be like, egads, gadzooks, okay?
Oh my God.
And those are apparently ways of saying you're surprised. I use it for decades. So poppycock, I'm headed in your direction. That instantly sounded dirty.
You know what also sounds dirty? Cream crackered. Cream crackered.
Why does every British slang word sound like the dirtiest thing in the world?
No, they get down. That's what I think. Okay. I think that's what's going on here.
So what is it?
So cream crackered is Cockney rhyming slang for knackered or incredibly tired. This week's done me in already, and it's only Tuesday. I'm cream crackered. Wow, that really resonates with me.
I was gonna say, Anna, I've seen you. Well, all right.
Full of beans, full of beans. That's another one.
Does that mean full of baloney, like BS?
No, exactly the opposite.
Oh, energy.
Yes, energy, exactly. So full of beans can be used to describe someone who's energetic, lively, or enthusiastic. Goodness, you're full of beans this morning.
In America, that like, so I want to use that one. Yeah, exactly. I want to use that one because I'm often energetic. I want to say instead I'm full of beans, but everyone in America is going to assume that means I'm farting.
Yeah, they're going to leave the room. Yeah. So a lot of fun. I'm into it. I want to go to England.
Yeah, for sure. And that's no codswallop.
It's
not. She really
no,
means it.
No. I really want to go to London. I want to go to the greater UK. Like I want to go to other parts.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. If you go, Bagsy.
What was Bagsy again?
Shotgun.
Oh yeah, shotgun. That's right.
Okay, I want to come. We gotta have to do an important trip to London. By the way, I have gone to greater UK, I've gone to Ireland, and I'm unbearable because by the third day, I can't help myself. I'm slightly doing the accent.
Okay, all right. I actually want to address that because I remember when Madonna had moved to the UK for quite some time, and then she was doing interviews and she had like a British accent.
Yeah.
And at the time, I think you and I talked about it on the show. We thought she was just making it up. Yeah. But now I think, no, you start taking on the accent when you're in that environment, no?
Yeah, you do, and I especially do. I can't help myself, and I know it's goofy. So, but if I was Madonna, I would try really hard not to have the accent when I'm on TV because it'll sound inauthentic.
It did sound inauthentic.
Imagine if I lived in Mumbai for a long time and I came out on TV with an Indian accent. People would be like, come on, brother, come on, right? So that's why you gotta dial it back, even if you did wind up having the accent. But yes, I've told this story a couple of times, but when I was in Dublin on the third day, I get into the cab and I'm like, top of the morning? No, wrong. Wrong. I didn't say top of the morning to you, to be fair to me. But my accent was so noticeable that my wife was like,
stop doing it.
So, yeah.
No, I felt a little bit of that because, man, I've been talking about that tour group I went to Europe with. Most of the people in it were from Australia. The company that put it all together is called Contiki, so I think it's an Australian-based company.
You mean Kentucky?
No, Contiki.
Okay.
Yeah. And so since we spent a month with a ton of Australians, I started taking on the Australian accent. And it was really interesting. I'm like, this is happening, right? This is happening right now.
That's so funny.
But I shed it immediately once I went back to the States. So,
yeah.
God, I want to go to Europe.
So I ran into some Scottish folks the other day and I told them I want to live in Pitlochry. It's
obviously.
Yeah, it's a little town in Scotland and it's beautiful, it's kind of remote, it's so green, and these cute little like houses and pubs and restaurants and hotels. And yeah, and we went up to the Highlands. Oh, I love the Highlands. I love those little towns. And Edinburgh and Glasgow were beautiful. If you go to UK, you should go to Bath. Wait, have you ever gone to UK?
I've been to London, and that's it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was cool. It was kind of gloomy. Indian food there was amazing, but that's about it.
Yeah, no, I love London, but it's not fair because I love every place I go, or almost every place I go. I did live in Baltimore.
You didn't like Baltimore? I don't think
Baltimore was. I have some fond memories, but only some. No, look, keeping it real. There's great parts of Baltimore. I didn't live in that part. I had no money. I was staying on the couch of my friend, and it was a rough place where we lived. And so, like, what am I supposed to be like? Oh yeah, I loved it when we were walking by the drug dealers and we were afraid for our lives. No.
Yeah.
And so, but
why are you afraid of drug dealers? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Are you right wing?
Yeah, it sounds like it. I should have just gone in and be like going into the house. Hey guys, how you doing?
Right, totally.
Anyways, but yeah, I mean, name a place that I've been, and I think I love them all. I'm too easy to please in that regard. So we had a great time in London, but Bath is an old Roman city in England, and it feels so out of place because you're in the UK, but you're in a Roman city, and it's kind of badass. It's actually really badass. And it's not like as you go there, I don't want to hype it up so much and you're like, where's the Coliseum? There's no Coliseum, okay? But that's why Madonna lived in Bath, Johnny Depp lived in Bath.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. We really appreciate it, guys. And we appreciate it if you become members because that allows us to be independent, honest, progressive, all the things that you don't get from corporate media. And all of that is because of you guys. Hit the join button below and become one of us, become a Young Turk.